Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
It's a beautiful Saturday.
Yeah.
You're here with us. We are Warm N Cozy Quilting.
We are.
We are in Columbia, Illinois.
Yes.
And I'm Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
Who the heck are you?
I'm Jason. Nice to meet you.
And you are the #1 customer.
You.
You're
#1 customer.
And you're watching Fabric TV.
Right. Hashtag TM.
Hashtag Fabric TV, then TM. I don't know. And who do we have behind the camera today?
It's Sarah.
Hello.
We also have
Victoria.
She's hanging out. She's trying to wake up. She had a long day yesterday. And, school has happened. It started.
Yeah.
So.
That happens.
We got friends on already.
We do.
Jason is a little
I just cannot get
sluggish
here today. This is my second cup of coffee.
And he never has a second cup of coffee.
No, because then I get fired and it's just awful. And they'll all kick in like right after the video.
Right.
So I'll be ready to run circles around the building.
Which is probably good. We've been super busy this whole week, so.
So please come in and tire him out.
Yeah.
For all of our sake.
For everybody else's sake. Actually, I'll be over here running machines, so it's be good for me. Get it all worked out. So anyway, we got people saying good morning. Hello out there. If you're out there, say hi. We like when people say hi. Part of the family here. Part of the team. Hello, Pam. How are you? Cindy, sweltering up in Michigan.
Really?
It's grossly humid here.
Yeah.
It's like
bad.
pea soup, kind of like. It's gross.
Yeah.
Hello, Donna. Morning, Wendy. Hello, Mary. Nice to see you on. Hello, Patty. And Patty.
Another Patty.
Okay. Do we have any more? All right. I'm leaving it to you. I'm drinking my coffee because I'm trying to wake up. I abandoned the comment section.
So Donna said that or just make him laugh. Or maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sorry, Donna. I'm not understanding. Hi, Tammy. And good morning, Warm N Cozy Quilting.
Good morning, us.
Did you comment over there, Sarah? Oh, it's probably Mom.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie.
It says commented by Debbie.
Oh, okay.
On the admin side.
I see. Hello, Teresa. So, yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes, very much. You do get on the wheel of names if you share.
Yeah, don't forget about that Wednesday's live sales.
Yes.
You
I think we're going to finish that up this month. This month will be, well, maybe. Okay, I changed my mind about every other half hour. So we'll let you know when I make an actual decision.
Mm-hmm.
Keep sharing for now.
Right, because every time you share the video or any of our content, and you comment that you shared, you have to do both.
Right.
Put your name on the wheel, names. As many times as you
share. Bundle, you could win stuff.
You share as many times as you want of each different one.
And Wendy shared. Thank you, Wendy.
Get your name on there. So you can be on the wheel like 8 times.
You can't share the same thing multiple times. I mean, I don't think that works.
No. Doesn't work that way.
But any of the other stuff.
Morning, Eileen. How you doing? Okay, so let's move along. So we don't have a whole lot in the way of announcements.
We don't?
We have some really exciting ones at the end of this.
Yeah.
You're going to want to hang out for that. I will tease you with this. So September's coming. If you know anything about it, September is our
birth month.
It's
so is that the right term?
Our creation month?
The business?
Anniversary month?
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
I'm looking off. I'm just.
I
was looking for the answer in the stars.
And I just so happen to be.
Yes, in my line.
In line, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's when we started our business, was September. So there was no
the anniversary is the name.
Process.
It's we're going with birthday though because it's so much more fun.
Right.
So much.
Because then we can have cake.
I mean, because you can be married for years, and anniversary, whatever. But birthday's exciting.
Always exciting.
So we're sticking
even when
with
you're
birthday,
80.
like it or not.
Okay.
Our birth month is September.
So we're going to do fun stuff.
And we have a great announcement for the month of September that we're going to talk about at the end of this. So don't run away. Or come back later. And watch the end of it, or whatever.
Okay.
Beyond that, though, don't forget classes. We have classes out there. Sign up while you can, while there's spots. Also, Jaftex video.
Yes.
Shop tours.
I want to say something about classes. You just are going to roll through everything. Okay, classes.
I don't have a lot there.
First of all, we only have 5 seats in our class. So if you're concerned about taking a class because of COVID and things, don't be concerned because we do have space. there is room. It's not like we're all stacked on top of each other. Everyone gets their own table.
Yes.
So you bring your own stuff.
Yes.
So you're not, and if you need a cutting mat, we have one available. If you, so but we only have one available and there's 5 people in class. So bring your stuff, but there's enough space in there. So it is, that is also why they are filling up fast.
Yes.
So if you go and you're like, holy cow, they just put this class out and it's full. Sometimes that is happening. And yeah, there's just not anything I can do about it other than make more hours in the day, which I haven't figured out yet.
It doesn't work.
It hasn't worked.
It doesn't work.
So we're going to continue to add more classes. We're going to think about what's good for, everyone involved, and do the best we can. So keep checking classes. And if you're like, I really want to take that particular class, collage class has been a big one. We've now, I think we're on our 3rd or 4th one that we've set up, and it fills up immediately. And it's, but you can, on our website, get put on our wait list. You can also call us and say, hey, can you I want to take that class. Please let me know if it comes available. One thing I would suggest is anytime you take a class with us or you get on the wait list, make sure we have your phone number. We are really good about getting email addresses, and we're not always the best about phone numbers. So if you go on our website and you sign up for a class, I think it has a spot in there. Am I correct, Sarah, to put in your phone number? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
so please do so that we can have a way to contact you. So I read my email like once every 3 days. Okay, my business email I read all the time, but my personal email sometimes stacks up. I'm sure you are like me in this regard somewhat.
I look at my personal email when I have to reset a password.
Yeah.
That's it. So
okay, I look at it more often than that. I have children that I have, information coming from school and things like that. But yeah, so anyway, so sometimes I'm like, there's 70 emails and I'm deleting a bunch of them. But anyway, What I'm getting at is, since most of us are not real quick with reading our emails, it's probably a good idea to leave a phone number for me. Cool?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, 5, Donna, is a great number for a class. It's not too many. You don't get completely lost in the mix. So yeah, 5 is actually even.
We missed saying hello to Eula May.
Hello, Eula May.
And good morning to Ashley.
Hello. Hello, hello. It's a party out there now.
It is.
It's officially a party when there's more than 5 people. Is that right?
I think.
I don't know. That's what.
But I don't think that we would have to. Anyway, never mind.
Anyway, let's not. Okay. So that's class conversation.
So this morning I've been the jokester, and he's like, "What?"
I'm not used to the joking on Saturday mornings.
It's funny. And he's like, "I'm not used to you being funny."
I'm not.
Anyway.
It's not normally the case. Usually she's the straightforward business.
Yeah.
I'm the out of my mind funny guy.
And
I think I'm funny. Most people are like, oh God.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Anyway, it's okay.
So that's about classes. That's how much you needed to give.
Is that?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Now next.
Sorry.
Next we have the Jaftex shop tour videos.
Yes.
Go watch our video.
Yes. Jarrett.
Good morning, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Go watch our shop tour video.
I'm seeing I'm seeing new names. Good morning, Linda. You didn't miss the funny. I'm just giggly.
She is. It's okay.
And the funny was starting the video.
Oh, yes.
I've been funny all morning, and he is not liking it.
I'm fine with it. I'm just not used to it.
He's kind of like, it's been a long week, and he's like,
okay, we're going to focus on this topic and get through this.
Okay, fine.
Stop. Jaftex
I don't need to
shop
tell
tour
him
video.
all our stuff. Okay, fine.
Go to Scott Fortunoff's Facebook page. He's sharing videos from all the shops that are out there. He's challenged them all to do a live tour of their shops. The shop with the most views at the end of the month wins a prize and a visit from Mr. Fortunoff himself. Jaftex Fabric is the parent company of names such as Free Spirit, which is
I'm letting him do it.
Holtz, Cave, Tula, Henry Glass, Studio E. What's another one? Blank. Drawing a blank. What is it? Oh, Blank is the name of the line. Anyway, they do a lot of stuff. So go check out the shop tours, watch ours.
Right.
And then watch it a few more times and make your friends watch it a few more times because winning is fun.
Yeah. More views we have, the better off we are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Jactex video.
Yeah.
Now,
You want to get into the fun of the meat of the business? Why we're
Yeah.
here?
yeah.
Why are we here?
So we've been talking all this time about quilts and making a quilt, and we've
Yes.
made blocks and
Yes.
we've put things together,
Mhm.
and now we got to quilt it, right?
Yes.
So before we quilt it, though, we are going to have to baste this thing together,
Yes.
right?
And by definition, basting is pouring the juices or melted fat over the meat during cooking to keep it moist. Love me some barbecue, but
I don't
don't
think
baste
that's-
your barbecue.
I don't think that's what we're talking
Mullet.
about.
I don't think we sell meat
We
in
don't.
this business.
Not even a little bit. But man, I'm so hungry right now. Doesn't it sound fantastic?
Barbecue does sound
Turkey
good.
or some barbecue or something.
Yeah. Good morning, Sherry Joe, and good morning to
Hello,
Jackie.
hello. So yeah, that was I tried to search basting.
hmm
Just Google basting and all it comes up is cooking basting. It says nothing about the quilting world. So if
Really?
if you
What did
search
you have to
basting for quilting or sewing, it doesn't give you an official definition like Google always does. It gives you like all these pages of people that assume to tell you what it is. I feel like we've been forgotten.
Yeah,
It's
not right.
unfortunate.
Yeah, Wendy, you're right.
Anyway,
Second cup starting to kick in.
it is. I think.
I think
don't
your
know.
eyeballs are getting bigger.
I don't know what's happening right now. I
Okay.
really don't.
So basting. So basting means we got to make these 3 layers, sandwich them together so
Yes.
that we can quilt it, and we
Mhm.
want it to not move and shift around on the inside, on the back side, all that, right?
Correct. So you want a sample like this to show off what we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have your quilt top.
You got 3 parts. We've talked about this, right? Your
You've
top
got
that you
your
piece together.
quilt back,
Whole cloth.
and you've got your batting.
Yes.
Now I've got to make this into a quilt witch.
A quilt witch, TM. That's mine.
So I need to lay my back down and
Yes.
then put my batting in there and then put my back on top. Or my
Okay.
top on top. Right. Okay. But we don't want this. We don't want this to happen.
No,
right?
you don't want that. You
I
don't want
know
your
that-
back to do that either.
I know that shift happens, but we don't want it to happen here.
Well, there goes our G rating, folks. Have a great day.
Shift.
The shift happens.
Shift happens. Okay. So there's lots of different ways to baste.
Yes.
There's different products that we're going to talk
There
about.
are other products, but let's talk about some of the other non-product-y things that you
Sure.
can baste with.
Yes. So first of all, you can do needle and thread
Just thread. So,
and do a big fat basting stitch.
where is that good for? What is it? Mostly, you're going to do that if you're going to hand quilt.
Yeah.
Mostly. Because if you are going to try to hand thread baste it,
hmm
you're going to have large, loose threads that your machine will not like.
Yeah, you don't
So-
want to get that foot caught on that big fat basting stitch.
So if you're going to free motion quilt,
You can
thread
still.
basting's not your best friend.
Why not? Yes, you can. You can thread baste with, and then, but you're going to want to be careful and go. Okay, I'm going to go this way. Let me pull that basting out right there before I go across it. Or if it's basted well enough, and if you have a glide foot
Mhm.
that's going to just hop on over that. Some people, see, I don't know that I would do this, but some people leave that basting in and they quilt over it, and then they can pull that string back out, but you're having to pull it underneath threads. That's probably not the best idea.
That's my concern.
I remove
don't
my
wanna
basting as I go. Okay,
Ruin a thread.
I don't do any of this
We have long
because
arm
I have a
frames.
long arm, and so I don't baste. So if you don't want to have to watch this video, you can just buy a long arm. No, you don't need this. You don't need this anymore. Okay.
Or you could use the trick to the thread basting.
Yeah.
Is make a friend that is a long arm or that has a frame. So if you're a hand quilter
hmm
and you're tired of wrestling on the floor with a quilt witch, give it to your long armor friend and have them baste it
You
down
don't
for you.
baste for hand quilting if you put it in a frame.
Really?
Yeah, because you're going to do just like it's a frame, just like a.
Well,
Thank you, Linda.
thank you, Linda. I was reading a couple different websites trying to figure out
And they-
different ways and methods and what
And
people
some
use.
people do, huh?
And a lot of the times with the hand quilting ones, I said this is for a hand quilting process.
So
I
I
don't know
also-
anything about hand quilting, so.
Like if you do in a small frame,
Mhm.
like on your lap or one of those smaller ones, it probably is a good idea to have it somewhat basted so you don't get to the edge and you have something that didn't
Right.
line up correctly.
Gotcha.
But you
Okay.
probably don't have to baste a whole lot when you're hand quilting.
All right, so thread basting is an option. Use it if you need to. It's all right. There is pin basting, where you use your safety pins.
Yeah.
Much like Sherry Jo says that she likes the old safety pin basting.
So you're
That's these guys.
gonna have to first of all get a big surface, like either put several tables together or get down on the floor.
Right.
So that you can get this nice and flat. You cannot be working on half of it and then the other half. I mean, you're taking a chance of getting a pucker of shift happening.
Yes.
So instead, you're going to get it all nice and flat, and then you're going to safety pin. And am I going to do this?
I don't know.
So then I'm worried about going through the dang panel.
Oh, there's a panel under there. Okay.
So you're going to...
So do you pin and baste from the center out? Is that the best method?
I think that it is the best method because that's also how you would quilt, is from the center out. And from what you don't want to do is start up here and then then you could end up with your top,
your stuff along.
Your top being pushed, your back not being pushed, and you could have a little bit of issues there with. Now you got to unbaste,
right,
and rebaste.
So we have these safety pins that are curved, which makes it easier to grab your sandwich, your quilt witch. How frequently should you pin baste, you think?
I mean, I would say about a hand width apart.
Apparently, I can't do this.
Give it to me. So you undo this, see, and you got it like that?
Yes.
Don't stick yourself.
Well, that's my problem. My fear is I don't want to stick myself.
This
See,
is
it won't go through. It's not just me.
It is a dull. So guess what else? You have to have safety pins that are not dull.
Well, that's what's going on there.
Okay.
That wasn't any fun.
So then you're quilting along, and now you get to this pin. Now you got to take that pin out. Right? And you quilt along, and you got to take the pin. No, you can't quilt over the pin.
Okay, good call.
Can you use a straight pin?
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I have this one sitting here because I was going to pick it up, but apparently I can't. Straight pin. Can I use that to baste with? Will it hold?
Yeah, it'll hold. It'll also stab you.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
But you don't have to undo the doohickey.
So if I have a bunch of straight pins, or these kind of pins, I can...
You can do that and see. I mean, like, I've run my hand across this a few times and haven't stabbed myself yet.
This is live TV, folks.
So
I'm horrified right now.
You could do that, but like if you get this and you are going to now take it and put it away, and now you've gotten it back out,
right.
You're more and more risk of losing a pin, of putting your hand in a pin. So having the ones that close are probably the safest. As far as
correct.
I also would suggest using a pin that has a contrasting color head. Like you have a white pin in your black, so that you don't miss it and accidentally sew over it or sew it into your quilt.
Yeah. Actually, Pam brought up a really good point on this. When it comes to pin basting, don't pin where you're going to quilt. So there are going to be spots in your quilt that you're probably going to free motion around for relief purposes.
Yeah.
Pin there, because that's a really good idea, because then you don't have to accidentally forget it.
Exactly.
Or accidentally pull it out, or what have you.
Right.
So
if you've got blocks and you're not going to, yes, that's a great idea, and
wonderful.
They all get it.
That's why we have these conversations. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
So if you're like, I hate pins, I don't want to do it.
I don't like stabbing myself with pins. I don't want to do it.
What are you going to do then?
I'm going to use the final option, which is adhesives.
Okay.
So there's a couple types of adhesives. The most common one that most people know of is the spray adhesive. You all know these and love this one. It's spray glue, and it stinks. Please use this in a well-ventilated area.
It could be really fun, though.
If you don't use it in a well-ventilated area, trust me, the world knows.
Yeah.
You aren't hiding it as well as you think you are.
Right.
Well-ventilated,
yeah.
please.
Yeah. It just gives you a headache.
It does.
It does not feel very good.
So spray glue, the hazard you have to be aware of or cautious with is that you're spraying a large area. If it's a large quilt,
you're not going to spray this.
I'm just saying, if you're trying wild things,
yes,
you just be aware that things start to pucker and fold underneath, and once it's glued in place and it's wrong, it's not going to be fun to fix.
So it is, but it is still, even though it is an adhesive, it's still a light adhesive, and it is a re-stickable. Okay, so we spray the backing.
Yeah.
Then you're going to put your batting down.
Yeah.
And then you go, wait, that's not, like, as I was putting it down, it kind of did this goofy thing. You can pull it up
Oh, and
and
reseat it.
and work your way from the center out. Make sure everything is good.
Okay.
Then spray this. Put your top down. Again, working so that it all. Now you get up and move this, and now you could have, because it is
Stickable.
stickable.
Restickable?
Yeah, I don't know the right word. And
That's a fun
because
word.
it is re-stickable,
Restickable.
if it does kind of shift and does this number,
Yeah.
you could end up with a pucker. So it is nice to be able to do this and start working on it right away.
See, so I read so many weird things online. And like somebody had said, using this stuff for a large quilt. So are you suggesting that when it comes to adhesives, you keep it to smaller projects? Probably not king size. Maybe throw size at best.
I mean, you can use this
Okay.
for a large quilt, yes. And yes, it does wash out.
Okay.
Most of them do. Most of the stickable stuff washes out. So,
Ow. I remember the one time we had to use this and we used it in store. It was a terrible idea. It stunk terribly.
it
was terrible.
It was not a well ventilated area.
It was not. It
we
was
did
not.
open a window. You know, it was
Right.
like, I
It
mean,
didn't save us anything,
how much can you know?
Positionable is what.
Reposition.
Repositional. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Warm and Cozy.
she commenting is Warm and Cozy. I mean,
She
I
is.
hate that that's what the stupid face.
It's Facebook. That's what it does. That's why
Okay.
I don't comment or do anything anymore, because it will not stop since I've got the admin side of
Yeah,
stuff. It
auto.
always puts me in Warm and Cozy.
Mhm. Okay.
So I can't like some of the things I normally put because then I get in trouble.
Oh, okay.
It happens.
So
So that's great.
yes, and that I definitely. So I've done it also when I've had to, like, so I had a quilt. This was a long time ago, and it was a Christmas quilt, and there was an area in the middle that we were putting extra batting. So we were doing trapunto
Okay.
just in the center of the quilt.
Yeah.
So trapunto is when you add extra batting. Generally
Okay.
speaking, it's already done, and you're stuffing it in
Yeah.
to add, but that's not how we were doing it. We were, we had a quilt backing, we had the batting, and then we were adding a second layer of batting just in a circle, which was difficult. So I cut out the batting and I
Some of the things
spray
that aren't here.
adhesive to the top, the
Okay.
batting, so
Mhm.
that it would be in the right spot. And then I had to float the top. It was a whole disaster.
Yeah, that sounds like
It turned out wonderfully.
I'm sure it was great, but
It was right in the center, that relief, and it was a Christmas quilt.
Hmm.
Can you guess, anyway, which customer it was?
No.
Okay. So it turned out wonderfully, but I was like, I used that. It
Okay.
worked great.
all right. So what are some other adhesive options that we have?
Okay, so there's glue basting.
Okay.
So I do, Carla suggested this stuff during she does quilting on your domestic.
Okay.
And she suggested this for small projects. I'm sure you can do it for large projects, but you're going to have to glue, like lots of little dots.
Yeah. So that's definitely a small project.
Yeah, I mean, this whole glue is going to be used up pretty quickly if you're doing it
Right.
on a huge project. But it is 100% water soluble, so it is going to go away after it is finished. I don't think you have as much. I didn't have much problems with this though. Sometimes you have problems with your needle sticking.
Yeah, that's the one thing
If
I'm
you
concerned
have
about at this
glue
point.
and things like that. We have non-stick needles.
Yeah.
Schmetz makes a non-stick needle, and they also make a super non-stick needle. So if you are doing it, and usually I've thought of those with applique, but because with applique you've got the steam or some really, kind of like another layer
Mm-hmm.
of adhesive, and
Yeah.
that starts to gum up your needle, and then you get skip stitches. So anyway, I think I probably would try it. If I didn't have a non-stick needle at home, I'm going to try it with whatever I've got. And if that seems to be giving me issues, then I might try a non-stick needle with my glue basting. Okay?
Cool.
So these both have, like this one has multiple different types of tips of, that you can.
Applicator tips?
Yeah, that you can
Mhm.
screw on it. And this one is just a real fine tip. And both of these are Roxanne glue basted.
Okay.
And they're wonderful stuff.
Okay. Thank you, Roxanne.
They do, it dries clear.
Which is important.
So you're not going to have, and it's not going to leave like a big bump, you know, like you put glue in there and then you're like, oh, I can feel that, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And that washes out too, right?
Right. Washes out.
Okay.
Water soluble.
Right on.
Okay. Then we have our Beau Nash Fuse It powder.
Fuse It powder. Have you seen this stuff yet?
So another thing that Carla was like, you've got to get this stuff. It's pretty great.
I'm going to sprinkle some out here.
Are you really?
I am.
Gosh.
I'm going to do it right here on the batting.
Okay.
You're not going to see it, but I'm going to do it for her sake. Actually.
Are you going to get the wool pressing mat?
Yes. Is our iron
Do you want
even
me to turn
on?
the iron on?
The iron's probably not even on.
It was, but it,
Here, I'll put this on right here.
shuts down.
Sorry, Mr. Panels.
Because I
Safety
really
first.
don't want you to put this on the panel.
It'll be okay. I'm a professional.
Okay.
So look, it's just like, it comes out pretty quick. It's like this powderized, crystallized
You think that they
adhesive.
can see that?
No, you can't see this. It's white. It's like salt. It's like a very fine salt
You
is
could
what
put
it's
it on
like.
black, and then they could probably see it.
It looks like dandruff. It's seriously not much.
But we've also got the fuzz from the batting.
All right, it's
Okay.
a whole train wreck of a thing.
Oh, do we need more than that? I think
I
we
don't
might
know.
need more than that.
You want to put more on there? So it's got the little cheese grater top. I don't know if you can see that or not. Or Parmesan cheese.
grater.
You get your Parmesan cheese. Do not confuse this with your Parmesan
You know, like
cheese.
on the top of the seasonings, where one side
Right.
is the big hole, and
You
the
have
other side is
the
small
pour,
hole.
Yeah.
and then you have the sprinkle.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we're going to sprinkle some of this on here.
An alcohol swab will remove adhesive from your needles, says Warm and Cozy Quilting.
Well, thank you, Warm and Cozy Quilting.
Okay. So, and some people have shared, thank you. Okay, so then we're going to get that on there. And then you have to heat this up for this to activate these
Yes.
crystals.
Basically, what it does is it takes those little crystals are just glue. So when you heat it up, they melt, and then they bind everything together, which is fantastic. And so there is no spray glue smell that you have to fight with. And since it's a sprinkly powder, you can then,
Do a little bit at a time.
yeah.
I didn't read the directions. How long do I have to do
Not
this?
long.
Okay.
I've used this once or twice, and it does really well, pretty quick, actually. So just like that.
Well, so probably still repositionable.
It's probably, yeah.
But, oh
I
my
never
gosh, that's
reposition
pretty
it, but-
awesome.
Yeah, and so you're kind of ironing it, so it holds it all together fairly well. So, Pam Bealey put something underneath it. It gets everywhere. Yes. Yeah, you're going to
Yeah.
want to control it because it is a sprinkly powder, so it does
Oh.
kind of go everywhere.
Right.
Don't do
And
it on your, materials that you can sell
Right.
to customers.
also, it does suggest that you put a pressing sheet on
the
top
top.
of it
Right.
so that it doesn't get on your iron. Well, if you've got it inside of here, probably not.
You want to
gonna
take
get
the
on your
chance.
iron.
It's cool.
But
It is very sticky. I
yeah,
did
also
get some on the iron
probably
one
don't.
time.
You probably
I
don't
did
want to
tell
get it
Daniel about
all.
that.
You don't want to get it on your ironing surface.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't want it on your wool mat
No,
because
you don't.
I don't know if you've bought one of these wool mats, but they're not cheap.
No.
Okay, nothing in quilting is cheap, right?
Never.
I mean, so
Never.
when you have a hobby, that's the way it is. And when you want good tools that work, you're going to pay a little bit more, right?
Right.
But anyway, so you want to take care of those things. So putting the pressing sheet either covering your ironing surface and protecting your iron.
But this is just scrap, and we're just having fun.
Right.
Exactly. And
So
we
do
did.
better than we do.
Right.
Right. And it's a matter of find out what works best for you. In the comments, we got Cindy that loves it, and we got Pam that's not the biggest fan of it. It is
Oh.
really a personal preference, whatever works best for you. But these are just some options that are out there. And again, if you like the adhesive idea,
Right. Yeah, she said
These
it
are
was
some
probably
options.
better for small projects. Yeah. I
and
would
it's
bet.
just personal preference, but that's okay.
Yeah, I think you could still do it. So the one thing with a large project, and now you're trying to put it on your ironing surface, because remember I was telling you, make
Mhm.
sure you're laying it flat while you're doing this. So now you've got it on your ironing surface, and you're trying to your ironing
it
surface
square.
is not wide enough
Probably not.
for your
Right.
whole quilt.
Right. Obviously, you may have to use a couple different options. Find what works best. These are just some of the options. The main goal is that everything is flat and even so that when you go to actually quilt it together, which is, I guess, the next logical part in the process, it all stays where it's supposed to.
Correct.
Any questions on any of that? Anybody? Donna uses parchment paper for small projects. Nice. Yes, there you go. That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap, effective,
Yep.
does its job. Now,
And
the one
if
thing
you-
with parchment paper, there's a wax on
There-
it. Does
yeah.
that affect the fabric at all?
I don't know. So I'm not going to say, everybody go buy parchment
No.
paper. Because I don't know, and I don't want somebody's fabric getting ruined and it being my fault.
Right. Test your fabric before you do
Right.
something like that. It's
'Cause
probably
there
a better
are-
recommendation.
We sold out of our application.
Applique pressing sheet.
Yes.
Is that what they're called?
Yes.
That's what they're called.
Okay.
With collage class, it's nice to have that under, or you're
Oh,
protecting your iron.
right.
You're doing a lot of steam, and steam is very sticky, and you have to get it nice and hot. And
Right.
so we don't currently have any in stock, but we will. So
Well,
that is what
parchment
I would.
paper isn't waxy. You're thinking of wax paper.
Am I thinking wax
Yeah,
paper?
parchment paper is usually anyway.
That's true.
Well, I don't really play with. I don't cook a lot, so wax paper, parchment.
He doesn't
paper.
bake. He cooks a lot. He doesn't bake though.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore.
But we
Do you bake?
appreciate
Nah, yes,
Oh, okay.
sometimes.
he makes cakes.
He does
Yes.
make cakes. That's right, but he doesn't use
He doesn't
parchment
use
paper.
parchment.
No. I do the old school butter and flour on the pan because that's the healthiest way to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But
Usually
we do
the secret
appreciate-
ingredient is lard.
nope, that's not true.
I don't know.
I don't think
sounds
so.
Like it. Well, yeah.
But we do appreciate you guys sharing your tips
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
because
Because
we-
then I can try parchment paper and see if I like it or not.
right. And people look at us and think that we are the experts.
No.
We own a shop, but we still do things our way, and there's more than one way to do everything.
Right.
So thank
And one
you
thing
for
that-
sharing your knowledge.
Absolutely. And one thing that I don't want to discourage is people sharing, but also
Right.
I always think that it is very good to I don't know, continue to help our new people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And not try to tell them this is the only way.
There is no right way
Because
in quilting.
That's not true. First of all, I'm already showing you 4 different ways to do one little thing, which is baste your quilt.
Right.
We've also showed you that there's 7 different types of batting.
Yes. And
You
backing.
can piece your backing. You can buy 108-inch wide backing. We talked about all that. You can use different. I had a customer the other day who was like, "Yeah, I was told that I was using the wrong needle for piecing this quilt, and that I was doing this wrong and doing that wrong and doing this wrong." And she's a new quilter, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, just stop listening to people, because I want you to have this should be fun,
It should be fun.
right?"
Now, there are better suggested
Sure,
needles to use.
Absolutely.
But if it completes the project,
Right.
you just go with what you got sometimes.
That's right.
And if you don't know what you're doing,
And have
ask.
fun. And have
It's
fun.
okay.
This is
And
not brain
have fun.
surgery.
Keep trying new things too,
Yeah.
because sometimes you find a new tool or a new method, and you're like, "This is amazing!
Right.
Why wasn't I doing this years ago?"
So parchment paper, if I ruin it, throw it away. Who cares?
It's not a
Right,
$30
right.
Teflon sheet.
Exactly, because the pressing sheets are not cheap,
No. They're cool, but they're not
But-
cheap.
but they don't stick. That's a for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure. So anyway, Marlene also uses parchment paper.
Nice.
Perhaps I need to purchase some parchment paper.
Yeah, and I think you
That's a
were
lot of
thinking
peas.
of wax paper,
Yeah,
I was
which
probably thinking of wax
has
paper.
wax.
Right.
Obviously, is not what.
Right, Linda, exactly. Whatever floats your boat. Don't let somebody sink your boat. Just let it float. It's cool. No big deal. So that is basting in a nutshell. Simple, easy. Do it.
Who
Or
learned something?
don't.
Did anybody learn anything today?
I learned a lot more from you guys than I did web searching because that was a nightmare. I love the internet. So much fun information.
Not always the best.
Not always the best. No, absolutely. Hello, Joyce. Nice to see you on.
Hi.
All right. Well,
Okay.
that's that. If you have
We
any
have-
questions about it, because there's a delay, just say something. Just
But
comment out.
we've got more stuff to talk
So
about.
much more to talk about here.
Because remember, we told you that there's going to be a great announcement. Yeah.
Yes.
So don't leave.
Don't leave yet. All right. So Donna says she always learns something good.
Yay.
Thank you, Donna. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to go that.
Okay. And this.
I'm
go like
not going to
this.
throw that. I'll get in trouble for that one. All right. So let's talk about some quick announcements real quick. We do have Monday flash sale coming
on Monday.
on Monday. That's in like 2 days.
Surprisingly.
Right? Who would have thought? Monday flash sale on Mondays. It's at 9 a.m. is when the sale goes live. It's on our website, warmandcozyquilting.com. Go check that out.
Mhm.
This week we're going to do Halloween.
Yes.
Now, if you looked at the newsletter and you keep track via the newsletter what we're doing on Monday, we did shift gears from whatever it was before. We've changed it to Halloween.
Yes.
Sorry about that if it's disappointing.
Not enough.
You. Okay.
Whatever we were going to put on to make it worthwhile.
It just didn't
So
great.
we
shifted.
Yep.
Halloween, Monday, flash sale.
So I know that you guys
Check it
saw
out.
some Halloween on the live sale on Wednesday. So you're
Oh,
probably
yeah,
like,
we did
well,
have
do
some.
we need to?
But it
get
wasn't
more
all of
Halloween?
our Halloween.
It wasn't all of it. And some Halloween we showed you a month ago. Maybe you're like, I need some of that other stuff. You have more of that stuff, so you'll be able to see that
It'll be fantastic. Check that out. Yes.
on Monday.
Monday. And it's only good Monday till
Correct.
midnight. So if you get home at 7 o'clock at night and been running all day, you're like, oh, I forgot to go check that out. You can.
Mm-hmm.
You have till midnight,
Right.
but only till midnight.
And now we have an automatic sale setter thingy.
Is that the official term for it? We've
Yeah.
come with a lot of new terms today.
I hope somebody's making a book.
Really, the dictionary for warm and cozy. Like,
Okay.
honestly,
So, an automatic sale setter thingy.
sales better.
We have a new tool
We have a new tool.
Sarah is like going like this, like, oh my god.
that automates a lot of the
Sure.
process for us.
Who gave it the
Very
thesaurus?
handy.
Can we have a thesaurus, please?
Well,
That's what we
let Sarah describe.
She did a great job.
So it actually takes the sale down at midnight. So you don't have to wait for me to do it, which would be 6 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
It actually,
They were okay with that before.
yeah, they were fine.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yes, it's over at midnight. The end.
Hello, Alice. So anyway, Monday flash sale, check that out. So Wednesday, we're going to have our live sale as we do every Wednesday here at 5 o'clock. That's Central Time if you're not local to us, Central Time. We are going to show you,
Some new Christmas, probably.
oh, you're going to peek the door a little bit. Oh, no.
Well,
So-
we have now gotten like 2 or 3 new Christmas lines that we haven't shown. I don't think that we'll show all of it
Probably not.
on the first, this Wednesday. We'll probably do some of that and add some this and that's.
Right, because
Right.
that's how we do. This and that's are always fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So, all right.
Yeah, so there'll be some Christmas and then some other stuff.
That's awesome, actually. So now you know.
Are
Wednesday.
you about to say something?
Get here.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes she's like, she just sits differently in her chair, and I think, oh, she's got something to say. I'm sorry. They
It's
should
okay.
fire me today.
No. I'm getting ready for the sale announcement that you guys are getting.
Oh,
you got a thing?
She's
A
excited.
graphic.
She's excited.
But we're not there yet.
We're not
Hold
there
on.
yet.
One more thing.
Okay.
For those of you doing this Stash Pot Pies monthly thing, just a reminder, you have until September 4th to finish August's Stash Pot Pie in order to get September's for free.
Correct.
If you want September's and you don't want to wait or you don't want to do August, you can go buy that now. It is available at our shop online, warmcozyquilting.com/shop.
Yeah, or you just click on the shop, and then you scroll down, and then you see Stash by Pie. You click on that, and then you buy whichever pattern you want.
Yeah.
But I would buy the next one so that then I could get a
Right.
free one.
By September, have that done before whenever, and you get that one. Anyway, moving on. Any questions? No. Okay. So you wanna give?
We
this
got to wait on
super
the
news-
delay and see if there's any questions.
Is that what we're gonna do? We're waiting.
No.
No.
Okay. So
At this point,
the whole month of September, we're going to do fun stuff.
why did you hit the table? Your
Because-
sister just cringed.
I know.
It's okay.
Fine. But please don't do it again.
Alrighty. Fun stuff.
Fun
for
stuff.
September.
Yes.
We're going to do some challenges in the Quilters Collective. We're going to have you, because first of all, it's our birth month,
Yes.
but it's also National, or
Quilting
maybe,
yes.
Yeah.
maybe
yes.
National Sewing Month
Yes.
is all month of September.
All
So
September.
we want you to think about things like, when was the last time I cleaned out my machine? And maybe you use multiple machines, and this one I use all the time and I do clean out, but I did use that one a couple of times and didn't. So pulling out that other machine, getting it cleaned and oiled. If you have, like I have a featherweight,
Yes.
it's probably time to think about, I probably need to do the degreasing, the change in the oil situation.
On that
So-
machine, that's her job.
You oil it.
You have to.
These old machines you oil all the time. Not so much on new machines. That's not something that you have to do at all. But on old machines, you have to oil all the time. And then periodically, like once every 6 months, you should change the oil, which is a whole situation.
It's fun.
But so you got to think about those kind of things, right? Like, I don't use that machine as much, but I have used it. Let's clean it out. So we're going to give you some challenges in the Quilters Collective.
Yes.
And we want to get people using the Quilters Collective for more than just Stash Pot Pie, showing your pictures of what you're working on, asking questions about like what else you are doing in the quilting world.
So that'll be a
Let's
fun
keep the
time.
Quilters Collective super awesome with quilty stuff
Exciting.
so that we,
Do it. Yes.
yeah.
When the rest of Facebook isn't so fun, you can hang
Right.
out.
Right. Hang out in the Quilters Collective.
Exactly.
It's safer there.
Right.
It's okay.
So we've got some things that'll be fun there, and we'll tell you more about that later. But we've got some really cool sales. And the one that we want to tell you about now coincides with Jason's birthday.
For me?
So Labor Day weekend,
Yes.
his birthday is the 4th, which is also Donna's birthday.
Happy birthday, Donna,
So-
ahead of time, because I don't want to forget.
It's Victoria's half birthday,
Okay.
so she will be 15 and a half.
Okay. So let's go to the reading, but you're not telling them about what's happening.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the more you buy, the more you save. All right?
Okay.
You buy 5 yards, you're going to get 1 yard free.
Mhm.
You buy 7 yards, you get 2 yards free. Buy 9 yards, get 3 yards free. And then there's the bonus. Buy 10 yards, get 5 yards free. So I was calling it our 579 sale, bonus 10. Anyway, because I was trying to come up with fun names.
You were trying to come up, but it's bonus. So, but yeah, there's a great sale that we're going to do the 3rd and the 4th.
3rd and 4th.
It's in shop only. So our fans that are not local,
So sorry.
it's okay. We have other things coming throughout the month that will be beneficial to you. So just keep an eye out for those. But in shop only, 579 is the deal. Buy 5, get 1. Buy 7, get 2.
Mhm.
And buy
9, get 3.
I'm not great with numbers.
And then bonus, if you buy 10, you're going to get 5 yards free.
That's
so 15 yards of fabric.
For $10 for 10 yards.
So for 10 yards worth.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's
So-
insane. Apparently Danielle wants to get some fabric out of the building
Let's move it.
for my birthday,
Right.
which is good. I'm good with
Let's
this.
be busy. It's going to be fun.
It's
You have to buy a minimum of 1 yard cuts. So you cannot come and have me cut you 8ths until we get to 10 yards. So that you can
Yeah,
get
whole yards at a time, guys.
Yeah. Well, 1 yard minimum. If you want 2.5, yes, that's still going to count towards 2.5. But I'm not going to cut you half yards. Does that make sense?
Yeah, whole yards only.
Not only.
Only?
Minimum,
No, minimum.
of 1 yard cut.
Math. I'm gonna just stay out of the way of that one. It's gonna be my birthday weekend, so I'm gonna just like hang out to the side. I will encourage you to buy all of these things. How about that?
If you buy 6 yards of the same thing, you pay for 5, you'll get your 1 extra yard for free.
Right.
We just won't sell you, like 27
Yeah.
quarters of a yard.
Right.
Count that. You
Fantastic.
get it. You get it.
Yeah.
So
So the whole plan is
Mix and match, yes.
yes, and I'm getting lots of new fabric in the fall. So every time one little box comes in, Trish goes, "Where am I supposed to put this, Danielle?" We
It's
are
just-
full.
it's more help
We
my
are
mother
full.
find a place for everything on the sales floor.
And I'm like,
Make some
she's
room.
so right. She's so right. Like, we are overstocked on stuff.
Right.
So, yes, mix and match. Buy a whole bolt of solid. I don't care. Don't care. The
Also-
computer's going to do the math and give you the best deal. So you're not going to get
Yeah, because it's going to apply that discount to
like
Evenly.
evenly throughout.
across
Does that make sense?
all the fabric
Yeah.
that you purchase.
Right.
Thank
So
you,
you're not going to
technology.
go, I'm going to buy this 5 yards of solid and get this yard of full price $11.99 for free. No, it's going to do the best for everyone.
And
Be
yes,
fair.
wide back also.
Buy back also.
Also, Sherry
Didn't think
asked-
about that. Oh,
I mean, it's what it is.
Yep.
Sherry asked if she could post things if it's a project she wasn't sure where she got it from
Yes.
in the collective.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It is not just like, oh, I got this at Warm N Cozy.
No, yeah.
We understand that we can't carry everything.
We don't.
That you get things elsewhere. That's totally
You do.
fine.
That's fine. We do too, right, Sarah?
Ouch.
Sometimes it happens.
I felt that all the way over here.
The group was designed to be everything quilting. It doesn't matter where you got the project. We do ask that you don't go, I bought this at such and such place. Please shop here all the time.
Right.
Well, that'll be offensive.
Right.
But if you bought a project, it's just what it is, and you're working on it, show it off. It's okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm not. Yes. Please don't advertise for other ones, but don't advertise for us either. We did not start this group to advertise for ourselves.
Right.
We
But
started
if you
this
post
group.
something and somebody asks you, hey, what is that pattern? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Post
Totally fine. Don't care. But please do not, then put links to someone else's shop or a video of somebody else's stuff.
Right.
That's a little bit over.
that. Yeah. It's not really about that. Just
Right.
like, hey, this is what I'm working on.
Yeah.
And this is what I need help with.
It's okay.
It's okay, Sherry.
She can handle it. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
All good.
It's okay. I buy stuff other places too. I haven't been anywhere else
We haven't.
in a long time. But yes, I have in the past. We've gone and
Visit other
spent
shops and buy
too much
fabric
money
and stuff other
at
places.
other people's shops, which is
Okay.
totally fine.
She's just giving me a hard time because yesterday I told her I bought some batik somewhere else.
And I was like,
Again, what is Danielle
Totally
always
fine.
said? We can't carry everything.
no.
So when it comes to quilt shops, like we encourage you to shop with us as much as possible, but we
Yeah.
know that we don't carry everything. But we also know that whoever you're going to go talk to doesn't carry everything.
Right.
It's really about finding where your place is and just enjoying yourself and having fun. So
And then when you have, so we have a customer who's making a quilt for a daughter or granddaughter or something, and it is specifically a certain genre of, like I think she wanted Japanese or something, like something that, and we do not have anything that is really Oriental or Australian, like we don't have any of those things. So I sent her to the right shop,
Right.
because I know those in the St. Louis area that do this or that. So.
Yeah.
And it's all about community as far as I'm concerned. So there's really, like, I don't ever see another quilt shop as a competition. I see them as, they have something and I have something and we work together and everybody's happy.
Especially the small shops versus
Yes.
your big box stores.
it's more of the small guys
Mhm.
against the big
Please
boxes.
support them.
Yes.
Support the small guys, not the boxes.
I don't know how we got on this. I'm so sorry. It was
Sherry Jo
me.
asked if she could show projects from other
I
areas.
know. It was also that I said that Sarah bought something somewhere
Oh,
else.
it's okay.
And anyway.
She supported small, so it's okay.
So 579 sale, bonus 10. And can you buy 20 yards of fabric? Yes, you
And-
can.
Yes.
And then you can get 10 yards free,
That's 30 yards of fabric. That's a lot of fabric.
right? We were looking at one project the other day though.
Good Lord.
Oh, somebody wanted to make a double wedding ring. And we were
Yo,
doing the math.
yeah.
And it was like 17 yards of fabric for this king size double wedding ring.
That's
Sometimes
an
that
insane
happens.
amount of fabric.
So that lady could get a lot of fabric for free.
Good.
Please help us downsize our fabric bolts so that we can bring you new and exciting stuff.
Yes, because CAFE is coming soon.
It's coming. Yay, Kate!
Yeah, so we are for the first time getting a large quantity of CAFE facet fabric, shipping in September, and along with lots of other things too. We've got Tula in November. We've got so much.
So much
stuff.
good stuff coming. So, beyond that, I think that's about all we can do for today. I think, unless anybody has questions. Show of hands. Nobody. All right. Well, it's not a full hour this time, but I'm okay with that. I think.
Yeah, we have a class today, which is going to be fun, and we've got classes. Check them out.
Yes.
Anything else, Sarah, that you can
No.
think of? Okay.
Okay.
So, and also more exciting things going on in September, but we just wanted to throw that big one at you first.
You ready
you can
for
be
it?
Ready for it.
It's coming.
Yes, it's going to be fun.
Okay.
All right. I will see you guys another time.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.